Our story this week is Animals Building Homes. It's an informational text, which means that we can find information in there. So it's a non-fiction, not made up. Our essential question is to think about, what are animal homes like? What are animal homes like? Go ahead and push the pause and think of a good answer, and then when you're ready, go to the next slide. Our brain stretch is a riddle. So here's a riddle for you. What kind of bird helps builders with their work? Think about that. What kind of bird helps builders with their work? You can pause if you need more time. Push play when you're ready to check. A crane. Do you get it? It's a crane, but also a builder uses a crane, like a truck with a crane, to do their work. So that's a pun. Remember we talked about pun, how it's a play on words? Listen and learn. Listen carefully to this word, end. What vowel sound do you hear? End. If you need time, push pause and then push play when you're ready. End. Egg, end. What other sounds do you hear? Duh. So we have duh. Listen to these words, then say the sounds that you hear. We've got bad. What is the vowel sound in bad? Push pause if you need extra time all throughout the rest of the page. D. Would be the vowel. Other sounds that we hear d. Next, band. What vowel sound do you hear? Band. What other sounds do you hear? D. We hear d. Send. Send. What is the vowel sound that we hear? Like egg. End. Egg. Send. What other sounds do we hear? D. So those are the other sounds. Stand. What vowel sound do we hear? Like apple. Stand. What other sounds do we hear? Stand. Stand. Stack. What vowel sound do we hear? Like apple. Stack. What other sounds do we hear? So we hear three more sounds. Stack. Okay, our everyday words. Our new word for this week is sleep. I wonder if animals sleep every night like me. Practice reading each word. You can push pause and then push play when you're ready for the next one. Here are the review words for this week. Read them. Animals. Bear. No. Most. Myself. Second. She. 3. Work. Say all these everyday words in a sleepy voice, like you're tired. Go ahead and push pause and practice saying them, and then push play when you're ready for the next one. Our target vocabulary preview. The hummingbird lives in a cup-shaped nest. The hummingbird lives in a cup-shaped nest. So shaped is one of our vocabulary words. Many birds build their nests on tree branches. Many birds build their nests on tree branches. Storks use their beaks to build a strong nest. Storks use their beaks to build a strong nest. A pond is the perfect place for a beaver's home. A pond is the perfect place for a beaver's home. In the deepest tunnels, you'll find a gopher's home. In the deepest tunnels, you'll find a gopher's home. A home made of stone won't break. A home made of stone won't break. In the dark cave, you can see bats that hang from the ceiling. In the dark cave, you can see bats that hang from the ceiling. Follow this winding tunnel and you might find a sleeping ground squirrel. Follow this winding ground tunnel and you might find a sleeping ground squirrel. What I'd like for you to do is push pause, and I want you to practice reading these sentences until you can read them with fluency. Remember, fluency means that you can read them quickly without having to sound them out. So instead of saying the hummingbird, when you can read it, the hummingbird lives in a cup-shaped nest without pausing, that's fluency. So practice this whole page until you can read it with fluency, then push play for the next page. Word study. Today we're going to listen to the sounds at the end of words. Gift. What sounds do you hear at the end? What sounds do you hear at the end of gift? F and t. Gift. What sounds do you hear at the end of these words? So the first word is ring. What ending sounds? Go ahead and push pause if you need more time on any of these words and test yourself. It actually makes it more fun. Ng. Next. Xt. We've got next. Xt. Band. Nd. So we got ba. Because it says the end of the words. Went. Nt. We've got wa, nt. Pink. Ink. So that kind of blends really closely together. Ink. Ink. Good. Great job. Give yourselves a pat on the back.